Welcome to another edition of Built to Last with Andy Moka. Today we are talking about training, the importance of training. When you talk about skill is basically a combination of knowledge and experience. Knowledge is gotten through training and classroom work, while experience is gotten from hands-on, work on the job. You learn from making mistakes and getting things done right. So now it is through training or through the acquisition of knowledge that we know about new developments, we know better ways of doing whatsoever we're supposed to do. So it is expected that for people to continue to do what they are doing in a manner that accepts even new ways of doing it, they have to constantly be training. But in Nigeria and even basically most major part of the world, a lot of people don't take training seriously. One, we look at it as a ritual in the public sector and some of the private sectors as it is maybe. Sometimes when you talk about training, some use that opportunity to want to go and rest. Some use that opportunity to want to collect the money to go and spend because they say, okay, there's an allowance that comes for training. Some will say that is when I will just let me even get out of work and go and hear a different thing. That is not what it's supposed to be. Training is supposed to be where you go to learn new skills, learn new ways, learn new changes in the ways of doing operations in most businesses. But most entrepreneurs, as the case may be, have not taken it seriously. Now, any business that is not training their staff definitely will be caught in the web. How? Because now, for trend that is happening in the market, your people will not be up to date. 1, 2, they'll be doing things in a manner that this is how we do it here. When people begin to say that this is how we do it here, you wouldn't know whether that's the way you are doing it there is efficient or not. It can affect your productivity, it can affect your sales, it can affect your quality. Especially, it can even increase your cost of production because you may not know better ways of doing even that thing that you're doing, as the case may be. I encourage most entrepreneurs to quickly start training for the following reasons. One, when you train your staff, it gives you ability to raise skill development among your staff. Now, when I talk about skill development here, now I'm talking about, increasing competence among your staff. Because what happens is that when they go for this training, they teach you better ways of doing things. They teach you effective ways of doing your operations, effective and efficient ways of running your operations. So when staff go for that, when they come back, the new skill they are going to come with will bring about competence. It will bring about the ability to quickly adapt to change. Now it also helps in employee engagement. Look, when you train your staff, for staff that understand what they are doing, when you train them, okay, most of them tend to be loyal, even though in this part of the world, people that are driven by pay only, because job satisfaction, comes with pay and other motivations, as the case may be, such as training and other motivation employers give to their staff. So there's some staff that are only driven by pay. Okay, when they get this training, sometimes they run. But for most of the staff that understand what it means by having adequate training, they will continue to stay in your system because you know that they are gaining, knowledge and improving their skill while working with you. So, when you train them, they tend to be more loyal. They want to work more and gain more skills from you. Now, when you're talking about training also, the more you train your staff, you are improving their leadership skill. You are improving their leadership tendencies, because as they go, depending on the areas that you choose for every staff. Now again, you don't just wake up and just pick up any topic for training. For every training that you send your staff, it must be there has to be some element of relativity. Every training that you send your staff must be to serve a particular purpose that is related to the job description of the staff, as the case may be, because they go there, learn about better ways of doing that, their job description. For those of them that you are probably considering to move to another department, again, you can go to another place, you can train them in other skills to prepare them for new role. Now, as you are doing all these things, you are improving the leadership skill, because they will be able to supervise effectively, having known better ways of doing their job functions on a daily basis. Now, training can also help your staff to remain innovative and creative. You cannot be the only person that is bringing about creativity and innovation as a promoter of the business. You need to allow your staff to exercise their skills, and they'll be very, very happy when they make input in the development of product and in development of new processes of doing things in the organization. Now, it is only through training that they can be able to come up with better ways of doing this thing. Some of them go there. Now, in this day of technology, there are a lot of innovations coming up. So it is only when people constantly train that they will be able to come back with better ways of doing business. You see, these guys, when they train, some of them train themselves. You mustn't go to any forward of any university or any training center to learn. Some train themselves from the job, they go to the web, have online trainings, and they come back with new skills, come back with new creative ways of doing things. You have to encourage them, make them to do it. Even the online sessions, encourage them to do it and make it a bit compelling, even though some may not want it. If you cannot afford the 4 walls of training schools, as the case may be, identify some online trainings and make it compelling. You will see how it will come out, it will turn around in the efficiency and effectiveness of your organization. So I encourage, even in the way you run operations generally, I encourage every entrepreneur to please take training seriously and ensure that when they go, they don't just go for that training. Ensure that when they go for this training, ensure that whatsoever that they have gone for, that you follow it up. Ensure that they don't just go for the training for the sake of going for the training. When they come back, create a feedback process, look at the way and manner they carry out their job, follow up with them, and ensure that the impact of what they have learned in the training is being put in the business. As you do that, you allow people to express themselves. Trust me that at the end of the day, it will throw out better productivity, it will throw out less cost of doing business, it will throw out more revenue in terms of sales, as the case may be, and will be a better business. So thank you as we continue to release tips of building our businesses to last. Thank you so much.
Please follow us on all social media platforms, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on the bell notification to get notified when we post a new video.